creatures of the night? It's your girl Tati. Let's talk about Ring of Honor. We started off in a Proving Grounds match with Billy Starks versus Sandra Moon. Sandra Moon, super talented. I'm glad they brought her back. However, both these girls are wearing neon colors and it's killing me. Neon colors kill me, especially like yellow or greenish colors. And I'm just like, both of y'all rocking these colors. This is killing me. Great match between the two of them. Billy Starks still hasn't won me over. And with Athena being injured, Billy Starks, I feel like we need to see more of her to pretty much be at the forefront in terms of the women's division. She does have a title, the TV title, but at least we should be able to see more stronger stuff from her, whether it was in the ring or outside the ring with promos or whatnot. I just feel like we're not seeing enough from her. This was a Proving Grounds match. Sandra could have won this, but she didn't. Billy Starks ends up winning this, and honestly, I don't know. It's okay. Now after this, we do have tag team action. We have Jacoby Watts and Nick Camarado versus Shane Taylor and Lee Moriarty. This was interesting because once again, we have Nick Camarado who's doing all the work in the ring for his team. And here's Jacoby Watts who actually finally gets involved in one of their matches where he's just there to take the pin to make it seem like he's the one who take the win for his team. Now, Shane Taylor and Lee Moriarty, they do have some chemistry, but I feel like we don't see them enough together as a team. Jacoby and Nick Camarado, they have a really interesting thing going on with that kind of 80s preacher vibes, cult type of thing going on. And I really wish that they would play into it a lot more, especially in the storyline. There isn't an actual story going on with them, but all the right things are right there. Tony Khan just have not gotten to it yet. I think we should give this a little bit more time to see how the storyline plays out. I don't know what's going to happen, but Shane Taylor, Lee Moriarty takes the win. This is definitely one of the few wins that they've had in so many months. I don't understand why these guys who are super, super talented have very few wins. We do have Lee Moriarty who's going to be on Collision this weekend. He's going against Dante Martin for a spot for the TNT ladder match that's going to be on Forbidden Door. That's going to be interesting. Now after this, we do have Taya Valkyrie joining TV. They're backstage. Taya's doing a promo. She respects all the women in the locker room. However, Queen Aminata did beat her in the TV title tournament. So she wants a rematch. She wants to whoop her ass. And I would like to see the two of these girls go at it again. At least Taya Valkyrie would be actually wrestling rather than just being ringside and putting her tongue down her husband's throat every week. It would be nice if we didn't get that every week. Now after this, we do have Red Velvet versus Viva Van. Really great to see Viva Van back. They have a really great match. I did think it was on the short side, but not a squash. It's great to see Red Velvet on TV because I feel like she's awesome, but we don't get enough of her. We don't get a chance to really see her do much, which is really unfortunate. But Viva Van has absolutely been killing it and with her opportunities with AEW. And also, if you're not familiar with her outside of AEW, man, go ahead and check out her stuff. There's plenty of stuff you guys can see on YouTube to really see how talented she is. Some people are speculating that she may sign with them. I don't know what the situation is, but I do enjoy her there. Red Velvet, she takes the win. She has her eyes set out on that women's TV title, Billy Starks. So, girl, your days might be numbered. Now, after this, we have this Four Corners match with trios. So we have Top Flight, Nash and Andretti. We have the Righteous. We have Dark Order. And we have the Infantry teaming up with Dalton Castle. That is so random. And Dalton Castle, these new boys that he got, they're not cute. They're not in shape. They just don't have that aura of what the previous boys have had. And I'm just like not feeling it. I just don't truly know what we can do with them to make them interesting. Someone did say on the live chat that, everybody's been talking about Mansoor and Mace being on Collision or Ring of Honor this weekend and how they would actually work at being Dalton Castle's boys. And I was just like, you know what? That might not be a bad idea. I wonder what the chemistry would be with the three of them, because the boys that Dalton is using now, not feeling it at all. This match at times get messy, and I really feel like this is always the case when it comes to having all these guys in the ring. You got 12 guys in the ring. At times it felt like referee don't know what's going on, but he knows the finish, so that's all that matters. And I'm just like, for us who is watching, sometimes it's like, okay, it got a little chaotic and whatnot, and it's just like that could be a good thing or a bad thing. But when you're at the point where you're just like, okay, I don't think that these guys in the ring are the legal guys. I'm not sure if rep is paying attention. It's getting a little too messy at that point. That last minute or so, things really, really picked up. And I kept thinking, my pick was for the Righteous to win this. Then I would say, like, halfway through the match, you're just like, oh, Dark Order taking this. And then that last minute or so, you're just like, all right, Top Flight, they definitely got this in the bag. They take the win here. And as much as I appreciate seeing them win, my thing is, what's the fucking payoff of them winning this? What's the payoff of them even having this match? During this match, they actually bring up the Bang Bang Gang having the trios titles that, they're unified with. They bring up Honor 6-man tag titles. And they bring that up, which is interesting. They also bring up how Juice Robinson is also a champion. Basically having that Freebirds rule where pretty much everybody in that group is holding the titles, even though it's for 3 people and not 4. Now, that's interesting that they brought that up, and I'm just like, well, I hope they're bringing this up because they're going to have these guys be on the show at some point, right? I highly doubt that. Now, after this, we have Marina Shafir teaming up with Alex Windsor and Diamante versus Lady Frost, Abaddon, and Layla Hirsch. Another great match with the crowd. Oh my God. They were so quiet. And I've come down to, it has to be 2 things here. One is that we don't see these girls often. We don't even know what came about with these girls even teaming up. And it's just like, all right, we haven't seen a lot of these girls for the longest, and they just throw them all together just so that everybody can have TV time. Now, 2, which is probably the main thing, is how I've been saying, like, this past month or so, a lot of these shows have been literally them taking matches out of few shows, and they're just compiling it to be one show. Why they're doing that, I have no clue. But what's interesting to me about that is I'm just like, all right, this is several weeks of them being in that same venue. Maybe the people are tired as fuck with all these matches that's been thrown at them. And it's just like, at some point, they're going to stop cheering. They're going to stop reacting because they want to go home, Tony Khan. Too many matches, not on the show, but too many matches for him to sit through all these tapings so that Tony Khan could make sure he has weeks worth of stuff to give the fans. And honestly, this is not the way to go. Y'all need to go back to Universal Studios. Y'all film y'all shows. They used to do on the weekends, like an early afternoon taping and then a later afternoon taping. And they would do like one on Saturday, another one on Sunday. And then they'll do that for a few weeks consecutively. And then from there, they have several shows to give out for people to watch. And it's just like, all right, I got a smaller, intimate crowd where people who are sitting there for like 2 hours, they can get into it and then they can fucking leave and not having to feel like they have to sit through a million matches. So with these ladies being in the ring, it's like, man, I really do enjoy them all. Everyone here is super talented. But the crowd not reacting because they're so fucking tired from sitting through not just Collision, but all these other Ring of Honor matches. They're not giving the reaction that they should be giving for matches like these. We do have the heels taking the win here. Alex Windsor ended up taking the win for her team. And it was great to see all these girls. But the crowd being so like tired and over it, it really, really doesn't do a service for what's going on. Now, to make matters worse, okay, I was really upset about this. Harley Cameron, who's only had a handful of matches in AEW, as long as she's been there, just a handful of matches, she went against Trish Adora. Trish Adora is a fucking veteran in the ring and super talented. Also, another one who takes so many L's. I don't understand why. Harley Cameron beats Trish Adora. Not believable at all. You can tell Harley, she's not as experienced. She really isn't. However, she does look better than the last match that she had. Was that on Rampage maybe, or probably Dynamite? She looks better, but she just does not look like she can beat Trisha Dora. And I'm not saying like based on how she looks physically. I mean like what she does in the ring does not compare to what Trisha Dora is doing for somebody who's been in the ring and super comfortable in the ring. It doesn't compare. But to see her win, I could not believe that at all. I wasn't feeling it. I really wasn't feeling it. I don't know what the hell they were thinking. Main event, we had tag titles. It's a Proving Grounds match against the Wolf Zaddies and the Undisputed Kingdom. In terms of a main event, sure, I guess, super predictable. They hardly ever have anybody win these matches where it's like it's a Proving Grounds match. This is so rare to see it happen. I really would love to see that if anybody does have wins this, that it would be a team from New Japan. I would like to see that. You know, the Forbidden Door pay per view, sure, it's before the Ring of Honor pay per view, but we can still have these New Japan guys, being incorporated with that pay per view. That would make things more interesting for Ring of Honor too. The match is all right, still on the short side. Obviously, the Kingdom wins, so the Wolf Zaddies are not getting an opportunity for the titles. Now, this show was slightly over an hour, maybe by like 5 minutes, maybe 10. And that's all it was. That's all it was. I wish it could have been better. People are paying for this stuff, Tony Khan. I don't understand why y'all just giving these really small shows. And it goes to be, in my mind, I feel like Tony Khan's is tone deaf to, he's a billionaire. Paying $10 for an ad is just pennies for him. He doesn't realize that people are actually sitting here using their time to watch what's going on, and these shows are just getting shorter and shorter. I don't know. For $10, I at this point cannot really truly recommend anybody to buy this, because even I feel like sometimes I'm getting cheated out of my money. But guys, that is the review. I wish I could say better. Thanks for listening. We do have Rampage tomorrow. That's going to be an interesting show. And then we have Collision on Saturday. And I can't wait because I feel like it's going to be so much of a better show. Way better. A lot of times I prefer Collision over all the other shows. But we'll see. They might disappoint us there too. I'll see you guys then, guys. Bye.